welcome to the Funhaus Podcast.
Oh. Hello, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
My name's Lindsey. I'm here with Ryan and John.
Hey, Lindsey, thanks for having us today.
And I just got a text from my boyfriend that says, TFW, you throw up a lot of rope. And it's a picture of my dog.
TFW, the
Like
feeling
the face
win?
win.
The face win.
Yeah, the
Their
face win.
Okay.
Here's a live photo of my dog.
Aw, looks so guilty.
For
Well, not
audio
anymore.
listeners, we're looking at a picture of Lindsey's dog,
That's me giving her head
Arlen.
rubs.
She's giving her head rubs.
Anyways, but the other picture is her.
And she just
threw up
I'm looking
rope.
very sus.
she threw up rope.
Yeah, she has this toy like rope that it's just for when you play with her, because otherwise
Yeah.
she'll chew on it and
A
eat
tug
it.
toy.
Looks like it got left with her for a
Yeah.
little bit. So anyway, she threw up rope, and that's what happened to
I hate when
me.
that happens. Okay.
Even though I'm not there, so technically it didn't
Yeah.
happen to me.
Uh-huh.
That sucks.
I don't know anything about throwing rope.
Is that a semen
No.
euphemism?
No. Ryan,
I've
I
heard
was
this before.
saying that I'm not familiar with eating rope and throwing it up.
Oh,
Okay.
oh.
I would. This is a family
Are those
podcast,
called
Ryan.
Is
hot
it?
ropes or something?
Hot ropes?
What are those called?
Hot snakes?
Oh God.
that's
When you
shits.
get bad shits.
Something.
No, it's throwing rope.
But what is hot rope?
Throwing rope is
Hot
when.
cum?
That's what I'm asking.
That's what I'm asking you.
I was trying to go into the radar.
It's
with
warm,
this.
right?
Is it?
Yeah. It's your internal body temperature, you dingus.
I didn't know that. I learned nothing today.
Yeah, it comes out ice cold. You can see the steam rising off of
I
it.
literally shoot cumsicles.
Oh,
Why
God,
does
that
my
hurt.
cum clank when it hits the ground?
Do you think that there's anywhere on Earth that the second you came, it would like freeze midair and then clink?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
same thing with like the boiling water challenge, but your cum's not even boiling.
Is that what Santa Claus does?
You
Is
should
this too
next
early in
time.
the podcast because it's gonna get us demonetized for saying that
Is that
word
what
so
happens?
much. I don't know.
You said ropes.
Anyways, thanks for being here today, guys.
Thanks for having us.
You know, that's a great way to break the ice on a podcast like
Uh-huh.
this. And I'm going to follow it up with this is the special Icebreakers podcast episode.
Oh, you know, I don't know y'all well enough, actually.
Come Icebreakers. I bought this book when I was like in my early 20s. I'll show the book. It's this book called 4,000 Questions to Get to Know Anyone.
Oh,
And,
wow.
You know, I had just moved to LA in my early 20s. This book is from 2004, by the way. And I would read it to be like, how do I meet people?
I kind of used to
Moving
do a
to
thing
a
like
big
that.
city,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was like a fun road trip kind of
Oh, I've
book.
got questions.
You have
okay.
thousands of
I'll
fun
let you look at it after.
icebreaker discussion questions.
Yeah, and because it's like, you know, it's not like I didn't know how to talk to people, but I was 20 in a big city, and I was like, I want to make
Yeah.
friends.
I have a thing I was going to tell you.
Oh, please.
One time I bought this game in college called Group Therapy, and it was like a group party version of that, you know? But it's like, so I invited everyone to come. I'm like, let's go play this game, Group Therapy. And we just all were fighting for hours because it's like pits you against each
Yeah.
other. It's like, which person in the group do you think you can share your feelings with the most? Which person in the group would you not? You know,
my
and stuff. And I was like,
goodness.
well,
Jesus Christ. Mean
Yeah.
Girls.
So I was going to say this is more of like maybe a Mean Girls thing to do, or like not necessarily Mean Girls, but more of like a thing a woman would do.
Sure.
I had a burn book, but it was not
You
the kind
bitch.
not the kind in the movie. It was more of like a book that had it was like a small little journal, and every page had a question, and each like line had a number.
Okay.
And then on the first page had a bunch of numbers as well. So I had a bunch of my friends. They put their name on the line. They go through every page and they write their answer to the question. So I have a book from like, this is actually about 10 years old now, this book that I have, with a certain group of friends, you know, just different people in my life at that time. I'm like, I should do another one.
A
'Cause it's
wealth
been
of
10 years.
blackmail.
So yeah, it would be like, you know, who's your dirty hookup secret? Like, what's your favorite thing your mom ever told you? You know, like little stuff like that.
But there was a key at the beginning that told you who everyone was
name-
corresponding to.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
So like you write the same. If you're number 5, you write on number 5 for every single one.
Okay.
And it's my little book.
That's cool.
My
Real quick, sorry.
Yeah, go
there's
for
one
it.
more thing. I had some friends, a couple, a guy and a girl, And the girl was like, "Hey, let's play this icebreaker game, on Saturday night with, over dinner." And they did, and by the end of it, they had broken up.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That's why you got to do it right away.
So I'm expecting that by the end of this podcast, we will all either be happier together or we will have broken up.
Well, I picked out questions to start with, and if we get through them, then I will dive into the book. I'll maybe let you guys pick out some stuff.
Cool.
But these are just a mix of I think fun, lighthearted questions, and then also what are you gonna say? I don't know. But my first question on here is: do you make your bed daily?
Fuck no.
Okay.
Next question.
I used to from 2020, summer 2020 until about a year ago, and I was just like, why the fuck am I doing this?
Thank you.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know why you do it? It's because it feels really good to get into it.
Well, I
evening.
understand the whole ideology of it. All right,
Sure.
you've accomplished something. The first thing you accomplish 5 minutes after you've,
That's not why I would do it,
get
though.
the day
it's
going.
for the evening, for getting into the
Are
bed.
you kidding me?
That
See,
feels
I don't
so
understand
good.
that at all. To me, it's literally like you said, a huge waste of time. I'm going to be getting back into it later. I don't care. I don't get. Well, maybe I'm paraphrasing and just putting words in your mouth. Anyway,
Like you said, it's only for crazy people.
I just don't get. I'm gonna fuck it up in 12 hours anyway, and it doesn't look aesthetically better to me, even though I guess maybe it does.
That's
So,
fair.
And I don't have
That's
this weird sensation of getting into it and making it. It makes me feel
To
better
be clear,
when it's.
I also do not make my bed daily, but I
Okay.
will do it occasionally, and it feels really nice. Also, because
Weird.
sometimes I'm not the last person out of the bed. I gotta go to work. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's I moved into a studio apartment where I just have a desk and a bed.
Yeah.
So I'm in the bed so much. It's also my couch.
Okay.
So it was just
in the bed.
I went from making it and then getting in it 12, 14 hours later to making it and then being like, I'm going to lay down and watch a show.
Yeah.
Well, I can move on to the next question. My second question on this list is: what idiotic things have you done for love? Did you ever do anything
God.
real
I mean, of
doofusy?
course. But we'll define idiotic.
Like something that you're like, oof, how embarrassing.
One comes to mind. In high school, I was it was somebody's birthday, my friend's birthday, that I was taking on a date, and I was like, oh, I'll surprise them and take them to Benihana's, and we'll do karaoke. And then we get there, and I blindfolded her. For some reason, I thought that would be funny. Be like, and I'm not going to tell you where we're going. And then we got there, and she's like, and we're like, here we are, Benihana's karaoke night. And then I kind of just totally misjudged. She's not really a karaoke person.
Okay.
She's like, oh, cool. And then it basically was just us going into Benihana's and her watching me do 2 karaoke songs.
Oh,
and then
my
me being
goodness.
let's actually just go eat somewhere else. That was kind of stupid. It's not.
Okay.
Anyway, what's yours?
Yeah. What's yours, Lindsay? I'll keep thinking.
Oh, what's mine? Well, it depends. When I was a young woman in her early 20s, I feel like there's a lot of, when I look back at it now, I go, there was a lot of desperation there. And being like, oh, this guy is showing me attention, and oh my God. So there's a lot of mistakes in general that I probably made. There are moments where, maybe not love, but it's that sort of, that part of my life where one time I liked this guy and he lived in my building, and I remember sitting outside his door with a 6-pack of beer, drunk, being like, let me in. and I'm pretty sure he looked through the peephole and was like, God. He didn't want nothing to do with me. So that's in the vein of, I think, idiotic things. It's
Well, that's just,
when you're just dumb and young and being please love me. So there's stuff like that I definitely did, where I text a guy and be like, and you did all this, and I go, God, ugh. When I look back at myself, I go, God, desperate bitch.
John.
Mine is pretty traumatic.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it in grave detail.
This is supposed to be light, so I'm not supposed to. I'm not trying to.
No, we're getting into it in the morning.
It's more of a not for me. I was 20 and ignorant. I think a lot of us maybe.
I think that's not just you.
So, specifically in regards to mental health education, not knowing the signs of things, or even when a huge thing happens and you are annoyed by it instead of anything else. So I hung out with these girls that I knew, and one of them was a freshman at UCSD or SDSU.
Oh,
and
I applied there.
We all went to her dorm, and we were playing this game called Ghost, where everyone has shots, and you go around with a letter, and you each have to spell a word.
Okay.
But it's called Ghost because basically once you say GH, there aren't really any other words except Ghost. So basically whoever has to say T is like forced to take a shot. Anyways, we all got super wasted, and then everyone left because they could tell that me and this girl were kind of like, hitting it off. Vibing. Except the sister of this one girl. And it was like, okay, well, this girl's here. But she was like way beyond drunk. And so we put her in a bed, and we're like, all right, let's get busy. And then, and once again, don't understand mental health, don't see this, know the science. We like heard, and I looked over, and she was sprinting for the balcony, and she swung the sliding door open on the 4th floor and ran out on the balcony and threw one of her legs over the balcony to jump. And I ran over, and I basically bear hugged her and dove backwards. She was literally, her hips were going over, like she was one leg over, about to literally fall off.
And this was a just drunk person who didn't know any better, or someone who was actually trying to jump off of their...
What I found out later was that she liked me. And that was why she stayed.
Jesus.
Yeah, I didn't know. But so, once again, completely ignorant, I was literally I was drunk, and I was like, I want to make out with this girl. So we bear hugged her, we dove in, and then we like hung out with her with her for a little bit, and then we're like, all right, you just need to go to bed. You need to sleep this off.
And was she coherent at that point, or was she just
she was
blacked out?
No, she wasn't blacked out. Did I say blackout? She was just
she was beyond drunk.
She was very drunk. Like crying.
Okay.
So then we later put her back in the room and then went back out to the couch, just being like, all right, problem resolved.
Okay.
And then like maybe 30 minutes later, she comes out and we're like, what are you doing? And she's like, I just got to go to the bathroom. And we're like, okay. She goes in the bathroom and we keep making out. And then 20 minutes passed and we're like, she hasn't come out of the bathroom yet. And I was like, oh no. And we go and we rattle and it's locked and we're like, shit. And we unlock it and I swing the door open. And this is sad, but it's also just the absurdity of it. The bathroom had a window that she tried to jump out of again, except it's like a narrow slit window. So I swing the door open, and what I see is just a butt and 2 legs.
Oh my
swinging
God.
back and forth. Hey, have you, when we played the Ninja or the A Quiet Place game, you know that shot where James basically hid behind the couch and it's just his legs in the air?
Yeah.
Sure.
That's exactly what I opened the door to find. And I was, once again, ignorance. My reaction was just, oh, God.
Well, it's
so
like
you're
not equipped to deal with that.
Yeah, I was.
So I would cut yourself some slack there. You're drunk or two, and
I was 19 or 20.
You are. We are not equipped to deal with that stuff. So
yeah. So that and then we put her back, and then we kept making out. So
like, and also like, what can you do in that moment? There's not, I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's me being an idiot.
Well, I wouldn't say that was you being an idiot for love. That's you dealing with a, volatile situation with with drunk teenagers that you are one of, So
Yeah, I mean, like when I was a drunk teenager, me and my friends would jump into our pool in laundry baskets, like be wasted and be like, "We're baby Moses," and then like throw up on the side of the house. like Moses.
And I'm sorry, what does that have to do with love?
Moses was like in the river in a basket.
I know what you're talking about.
No, I'm just saying, like being a drunk teenager.
Oh, yeah,
you're
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
stupid.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
totally.
Anyways, do you guys use an alarm?
I was wondering what your segue was going to be to the next question. Do I use an alarm? Yes, I use like 4 of them.
I know, I have like 6. This question's got layers because John was late today specifically because why?
I slept. Okay, so
Was your alarm set?
I use alarms, and I will reveal the full truth of why I was late. So I have a perfect system. I have some LifeX lights. My nails are you looking at my long nails, Lindsay?
No, you were gesturing.
Don't you dare look at my long nails that I forgot to cut. And I mentioned that they were too long a week ago.
I got one long nail.
Nice. Oh,
I'm pretty good.
That's
right
the
now.
Coke nail.
I'm feeling pretty good.
That's your butt scratching nail.
This poop flicking.
Yeah. What was the question?
Alarm.
Oh, right. Using
Your
alarm,
perfect
right.
system.
So I have LifeX lights, which are
The
like
lights,
Philips
colored
Hues.
lights,
Yeah, but they're cheaper
I have
and
those.
they're brighter.
Mm-hmm.
All the Philips Hues I could find were like way low lumens for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I was looking in the wrong place. But anyways, I have the lights fade up. They can change hues. So it's daylight, which is 5600 Kelvin, which is like a bluer, kind of cooler light. And then at sunset, they're automatically set to change over to warm. But they turn on in the morning and they fade up over 20 minutes. And then my alarm goes off, but it plays. Anyone on Spotify can look this up. It's the Near Chill play. NIER Chill playlist. It's soundtrack. It's the chill songs from the Nier Automata games and Replicant. Anyways, that's what I do. And generally, I wake up and I'm active before the music starts playing because the light slowly fading up just kind of gently wakes you up out of what you're doing. So this time, what happened was I made an oopsie last night, and I ended up eating ice cream and no real dinner. So I had ice cream for dinner.
What does that have to do with your alarms?
I woke up at I think 3 or 4 a.m. with excruciating pain and spent about like an hour and a half making trips to the bathroom.
Oh, your tummy hurt.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're shitting ice cream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Soft serve.
Oh, okay.
But so I guess I just slept through it all. So my lights were on and the music had stopped playing, which means that it played through the entire playlist, which is like 20 songs or something.
What time does your alarm normally go
The
off?
lights start fading up at 8. I get up, I shower, and I come to work 8:20. I'm here at work at 9 a.m. on the dot every day.
Okay, well, one of my questions is, what is your most recent lie?
I'm here at 9 a.m. on the dot every day. It's my most recent lie.
Ryan?
So which one, the alarm or the lie?
You already answered the alarm. You said you have like 4 alarms.
Well, actually, I was just about to look at my alarms. I think I have more than that. Like look at all these alarms. I just have alarms.
Why are they all set
days.
for midnight?
Well, they're all for
Wait,
like.
wait.
They
What
just
the
keep
fuck?
Oh
going.
my God, they're just every 10 minutes.
Yeah, they're just like every couple minutes. For our audio listeners, I just keep.
This is insane, actually.
What the fuck, Ryan?
Why
What
do
do
you
you
have
mean?
that?
These are all. It's just because I'll be like,
Did you
okay.
did you do speed one time?
Well, I'm constantly just being like, Siri, put an alarm for 1:32 p.m. or something, and then it'll do it, and then I never.
Oh my
pick it
God.
Oh.
Like 131, 132,
Yeah,
130.
140, 145.
Holy
This is an
fuck,
alarm for
Ryan.
every minute of the day.
Pretty
I was
much.
thinking that you were like on speed or something,
No.
and you were just like, all right, 132, 133, 134. I'm gonna need this later. I'm gonna need this later.
No. I don't know.
It's literally every single time.
It's every minute of the day.
That's some psycho shit.
It's not.
That is some psycho
I don't know
shit.
why other
Oh my
people's aren't like
God.
this.
I'm like,
But no, I generally have like 3 or 4 like alarms set, like basically 4 or 5 minutes apart from each other, and I'll slip through the first one and I'll wake up on the second one usually. It's kind of how it goes. And then I'll just flip the other 2 off when I'm shitting or showering.
Yep.
that's 1,440 alarms.
Yeah, is that a problem? Is
your phone okay? That's why if you have problems, I think it's because of your phone. Anyways, I have like 5 or 6, like a normal person.
Do you ever have the thing where you're in the shower and then you hear your alarm going off and you're like, shit, I forgot to turn off the extra alarm?
Yeah.
yeah, I hate
That's the
that.
worst. That's why I had to
Especially-
get off the multi-alarm system.
Especially when I leave mine on the nightstand and my boyfriend is asleep, and then I'm like, this is a problem now.
If you just wake up, when you do wake up, and if you know you have a bunch of alarms set,
I know. I just sometimes I forget.
Well, yeah, you can just go, Siri, turn off all my alarms. And then
Well,
it'll turn
you
them all
need
off.
to worry about that because you can't manually turn off like 1,000 alarms.
Right.
Anyways, can you do a cartwheel?
Can I do a cartwheel? I mean, it won't look graceful, but I think it could
You think
pass.
you can? Can you do a cartwheel?
I can do an amazing cartwheel with my legs straight up in the air. This is the thing that whenever anyone does a cartwheel, they think they are doing a good cartwheel
I can
until
do
you
it.
see a video of it played back and you're like, holy shit, my feet were like 2 feet off the ground.
Well, because you're not talking about like going like this. You got to go like this.
Yeah.
Not like, I cartwheel.
Yeah.
I can do a cartwheel. I used to be able to do a round off.
Jesus.
What's a round off?
Like where it's like a cartwheel, but then like
You go
facing
off the
forward
ground,
with-
land on both feet?
Yeah, you land
Together.
forward facing. I used to be able to do that.
I just got the chills.
I mean,
It-
I'm 35, so I don't know if I could do it anymore. But
It's not the chill. Sometimes I like envision people doing
Shin splints?
gymnastics or something and then like falling on their necks, and then I like.
Oh, I
gives
can't-
me a
no, I'm not
weird
talking about
visceral
that
falling
happened
on
to
my
me one
neck.
time. Do you want to hear the story?
I guess I'm about to.
when you
have
fell
to.
on your neck,
Yeah.
I don't think I can't. No,
I tried to do a backflip
Lindsay
on a
doesn't wanna hear.
trampoline.
I can't hear about people falling on their
No.
Oh,
I was okay. But
fell off a trampoline.
yeah,
Like I heard
so
a story about a girl who got hit with a bowling ball that bounced off a trampoline. That shit is.
Oh,
Jesus
God, that's
Christ,
fucked
dude.
up.
Anyway.
No, so what happened to me was I was trying to do a backflip. My buddy was trying to teach me how to tuck, which is you basically make yourself as small as possible.
I know how to tuck.
So
I
that
learned
you-
it from Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah. Basically, you spin faster because it's like when you're in a chair and you're spinning and your arms are out, you go slow, but then you pull it in and you go fast.
Uh-huh.
That's the trick behind doing flips. So I can do a front flip like a motherfucker, but back flip I could never do it. And so he was teaching me to tuck, and then I tried to do it, and I did about 270 degrees, I'd say. And I came down, and my head got pushed down into
Yeah.
my stomach.
That explains a lot.
And here's what happened. It was like a zipper down my back. It was just every vertebrae popped, but like cracking your back type thing. But it was every single fucking thing to the point where it loosened my ribs up or something, and all of the pressure
And all of
was
your organs fell.
no, it was all
was
of my
soft
ribs
served
were
everywhere.
pushing together in the front of my body. At least that's what I, as a layman, believe happened, because I just had this immense pain running up my sternum of just like pressure, and it was just like, ah,
Ow.
yeah, and I was lying there going, oh, my ribs, crack my back, and my friend Ian was like, shut the fuck up, like there. The lack of like empathy he had for me in that moment is something that has been seared into my memory of just like, I am in so much pain and you do not understand what's
don't give a
happening.
fuck.
Yeah.
Next icebreaker, Lindsay. Let's get a real juicy one.
A real juicy one. Okay.
Yeah.
Describe your
yeah.
first kiss.
Ooh. I was at my
Was it-
grandma's house.
Was it juicy? Was it you with your grandma?
Nope, not with my grandma. I shouldn't have started it like that. But my girlfriend, I was in 7th grade. She was in 8th grade. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
And she lived in the neighborhood across from my grandma. And so I was like, oh, I couldn't wait to go to my grandma's house next time. And then
of the girl.
because then I snuck out. I'm like, my grandma, we're going to walk. Then I just went to the girls' neighborhood, and then we sat on this big rock in like right in the middle of their neighborhood. And I just remember forever, like she just kind of had her head on my shoulder, And then I was like, I gotta kiss this person, but I don't know how. I've never done this. And I'm like, and at some point she just looks up at me.
13? Yeah, 13.
Yeah, she's like 13.
grade.
She's like 14. She looks up at me like a puppy eye person, a puppy dog or something. And then finally, like, I went in, and it was awesome. And we did it for like forever. And then at some point, I'm like, my grandma's gonna start, worrying. So then I left. And then at the next school dance, we just made out the entire time, and everyone made
You
fun
went
of us.
straight up from just kissing to making out?
Yeah, but it was like
Everybody made fun of you?
Well, because I do not exaggerate when I say the entire time. Like every slow dance, we'd like make out for most of the song, and then I'd stop, and then she'd just still be looking up at me. So we keep doing it, and then everyone's just like, finally I looked up, and everyone's just staring at us, and the whole
they're staring
dance.
at your pants, Tim.
Yeah, I was gonna say the 8th grade dances. I just remember every 8th grade dance. It was like every boy that I danced with. It was like, oh my god. Of course, when I was 13, up until I was about 20, I was very naive about what was going on in general. So I would just be like, what is that?
It was thinking back on it, it's absurd how obvious it was.
Yeah.
There was just nowhere to put it. It's just sitting there, and you're grinding, and there's just no way that they're not noticing that.
All these little messes.
No, this might be too much information, but when that happens, when you're at the dance, is that like an accomplishment in your mind? You're like, oh, look what I made, look what I just did.
Well, I just explained that when I was 13, I did not understand
Okay.
When I was a junior in high school, and I went to my prom, and the guy that I danced with, I was like, oh my god, this guy has a boner.
And were you like,
is that a Nokia in your pocket?
I did it.
I was like, I guess he likes me. Which is also just in general how I feel, I guess, when I'm, if I've met a guy, we're hanging out, and I'm like, oh, guess he likes me.
That's the indication.
Also, but that's not, I guess, a fair indication, because he can have a boner, he can not like you.
So, okay.
Which is sadder. Anyways, what was your first kiss?
My first kiss was in 1st grade.
Oh, Jesus.
There was me and this girl, Lauren, a little blonde girl. I was a little blonde boy. We looked like children of the corn, blonde hair, blue eyes. And we talked about how we were brother and sister in Christ, and then we would just kiss a bunch, and then the teacher separated us.
Wait, how old?
1st grade, so
yeah.
like 7, 6,
7.
7
and
6
I
or
assume
7.
it's like you guys are just pecking each other on the lips, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Interesting.
Wow.
We're brother and sister in Christ.
Okay, let's see how many more questions.
Pitching a tent for Christ.
Camping out for Christ.
Oh my god.
Do you like singing in the shower?
Do I like singing in the shower?
Do you sing in the shower?
I have fun singing in the shower. I don't do it as often as I would like.
Oh, okay.
Is
it because you don't have time? You're embarrassed?
I love listening to music in the shower, but generally it's like I'm not usually singing along to a song unless it's just kind of like some ubiquitous, super famous song.
And
or
even
something.
without music, you're not singing in the shower like, I want to dance with somebody. No?
I'm usually just like sitting there for like forever, being like, God, this feels so good. This hot water all over me. It's like I'm standing in a hot tub.
Do you sit in the shower?
No, I just stand and I let the water
Sometimes
hit my
I sit
back.
in the shower.
You don't have a chair?
No.
Ew.
I love sometimes it's almost like if your back is itchy or something, then all of a sudden the hot water pressure on your back
really
just feels
good,
so good. It's like, it's like scratching my back. It feels so awesome.
You have a strong shower, high pressure.
Yeah, I love it.
Do you sing in the shower?
So this actually plays into the alarm question. One of the reasons I tried to get off of using my phone as an alarm is because I would be in the shower blasting music over my Bluetooth, and then suddenly the music would stop,
and your alarm
and my alarm's going off, and it'd be like, "Hey, bud, what the fuck?"
You need 2 devices.
I'm kind of anal in that I really don't like when songs stop abruptly. Like, if I'm ever listening to music, I'll wait until the song's over and I'll stop it between songs, or I'll hit the volume down button in beat to the song until like I hate just music stopping abruptly. And so in the shower that would aggravate me, especially because the way the Bluetooth worked, I couldn't get the music to play again. Like I could press the play button to stop the alarm, and then I'd just be in stuttered silence, only interrupted by my sobs of grief.
So you sing in the shower?
I dance in the shower.
Oh, okay. Scrub-a-dub-dub. Mm-hmm. That's like you taking the little towel and going back and forth on your butt, you know?
Oh, okay. I was wondering how that was.
Yeah, you're rubbing the towel on your butt.
I actually
John told me he uses his dick like a microphone and he sings in the shower. And he screams down at it.
Well,
when you told me that?
No, I used to play Lighthouse.
6-cycle carousel. I'm thinking of Lifehouse.
Oh, right. Did you ever play Lighthouse?
I actually was thinking of Lifehouse too. What are you talking about? Yeah.
I
remember this moment here with you.
This must have been when I was like 3 or 4.
I probably had my first kiss of that song.
This is a dick game?
No. It's a prop.
With a microphone that you sing into and it's like echoey and it's like...
No, in the shower, what you do is you start with the empty shower, but you put the plug in and you turn the shower on. And
you slowly fill it
basically
into a bath.
It slowly becomes a bath.
My sister's calling.
And you lay on your back with your Ninja Turtle action figures and you play with your Ninja Turtles doing flips and stuff. And then there's a lighthouse in like the middle of kind of the play arena that they're playing in.
In the bathtub?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm following. I think there's a lighthouse. A
Yeah.
real one?
No, it's my dick.
Oh my God. Okay.
We're going to be right back. We're going to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be back with more Icebreakers.
I was wondering where the dick played into that.
Pretty much every time I step outside, I need a pair of sunglasses. The sun is so bright, my eyes are so light, and it's just too much. Luckily, our friends at Shady Rays have me covered with premium polarized shades at an affordable price. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company that offers a world-class product that's just as good as any expensive pair that we've ever worn. I love my Shady Rays. I think that they're so cute. They're so lightweight. I've got lots of pairs and varieties. They just feel nice. Plus, if you lose or break your sunglasses, even on day 1, they'll send you a brand new pair with no questions asked. And if you don't love your Shady Rays, you can always exchange for a new pair or return them for free within 30 days. Exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com and use code FHPOD for 50% off 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people. Wowie! Can you believe that we've had 7 months without an NFL game? That's crazy! Well, good thing that's over because the NFL is back and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is giving you a can't-miss offer for Week 1. This week, new customers can get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you just bet $5 on any NFL game. DraftKings is hooking everyone up with game day greatness, and all customers can take advantage of 2 new offers every single game day this September. Check the app to see what you get. Download now and use code Funhaus to sign up. New customers can take home $200 in bonus bets instantly for just betting $5. That's code Funhaus, only on DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPENY or text HOPENY. That's 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, KS. 21 plus age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. See dkng.co/football for eligibility, terms, and responsible gaming resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Hello and welcome back to the Icebreaking Funhaus Podcast. We're breaking a lot of ice here today.
Pitching a lot of tents, breaking a lot of
getting
ice.
to know each other. I've had, a couple fun questions. I got like halfway through this, so I think I have a few more. If you guys want to have more conversation.
Hit it, girl.
Giving birth, how old is too old?
Oh my God.
Well, I was always told in the media that 35 is when like it spikes to 25% chance for like complications or whatever.
For women?
For women.
Yes, dried up.
So I always thought that was the scientific number.
Here, dusty.
But my
Barren.
sister-in-law had both of her kids after 35.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's becoming more common in like our generation and like this day and age.
yeah.
Right.
And
I mean-
there's more tools.
But are you?
It used to be that most people had their kids between like 14 and 20.
Yes.
So
Well, I mean,
science has come a long
your
way.
question is what, a science question or just a society question? How do I personally have a
This
number?
I think is a society question of
I
like
don't. Sky's the limit, baby.
like how old do you want kids
Yeah, sure. At some point, let's do it.
at some point?
Well,
Do you
yeah,
want
which
kids?
hopefully I don't
How
know,
old are
I'm
you?
Get a little old here.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. How old
yeah.
is too old?
So
No, they, as old as
Men can do
as
it for a
old as
long
medicine
time.
will allow.
I
is
answered
my
wrong.
answer.
I answered what I thought was the scientific, not the social answer. So you keep going around, and then I'll answer again.
My social answer is
Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit. There is no.
But when at
Yeah.
some point you'd be too old to really be able to take care of a child and have them and
You
be
mean-
there for
Are
their
you
life.
talking for the dudes or for?
For you, like even if you were like 70 having a baby, you'd get what 10 years, and then their dad dies when they're 10.
And how old is your wife when you're 70?
Yeah. Mm.
Well, I don't know. Medicine can advance a long way when we're 70. You can
Hey,
be
when you're
60-year-olds
70
could be having babies when we're 70.
Yeah, when you're 70, what's the youngest your wife would be?
Maybe I'm confused with the question because to me there is no man or women. You could be as old as you want. I feel like I get your point. Like you could.
Because
It sucks if you're a kid who has your dad is like
80.
super old
Yeah.
and can't hang out with you and play with you. I can see that, but at the same time, it's like I don't know.
But there are people like that who their dad is like 80. Like,
And do you
there's
think those kids would be like, I just wish I wouldn't have been born instead because
There's a-
then I'd have,
Yeah.
you know.
Definitely.
Have you seen in You've Got Mail that like Joe Fox's grandfather has like an 8-year-old, and Joe Fox is like got to be in his 30s or 40s in that in that movie, which makes his dad in his like 60s, so his grandfather is for sure in his 80s, and then he has a daughter with some woman for sure, and she's like 9 or 10.
I don't remember that subplot.
I mean, either.
It's more just like a little side note. She's the one who sings "The Sun Will Come Out."
Not a huge
Anyway.
deal.
Oh.
My answer is not a huge deal if your parents are old. Who cares? At least you're alive.
Yeah, I guess I'm in the same boat. As long as they're loving parents and they can, get out there and do things. Like,
Sure.
if they can run around the park.
Age is a
Maybe.
state of mind, man.
I wouldn't be able to run around the park.
I mean, I'd go hang out with my nephews. I'm like sweating and tired after like 10 minutes.
Wow.
They just want to sprint everywhere.
This is why it's like good discussion. It's like, okay, well, we know that Ryan's gonna be 70. He's gonna have a baby. That's fine.
Well, I guess, sorry, let me amend my answer again. No one should be having kids. We need to end civilization.
Anyways, how long do you brush your teeth for?
The happy birthday song
Do you do that?
or
Do you sing happy birthday to yourself every day?
Twice?
no, but I do I go I for one I learned way later that the circle motions is what you're supposed to be
Yeah,
doing.
small circles.
Small circles really lightly. I definitely spent the first like 15, 20 years just brushing as hard as I
Brushing real
can.
hard, and then you went to the dentist and you had
get that as a
recessed
teenage
gums.
boy. I think
Yeah.
that's a teenage boy thing. Like,
Recessed gums. I had that.
And
in my
I didn't get
20s.
that. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's how they do it in cartoons. You know? The fuck? But then, but yeah, I'll kind of go all the way around as much as I think I need to, and then I do it all again, you know?
and you sing happy birthday.
Yeah.
so
And
you
I
keep track.
floss before that.
Do you have an electric toothbrush or you
No,
do?
I hate them.
Really?
Yes.
You haven't made it past the first brushing.
What?
You hate them because they tickle you, right?
They don't tickle me. I hate the vibration. It just fucking, it like, it's just like being at the dentist or something. It's like, oh God, it's just like it must be really sensitive for me.
So I had that the first time I used an electric toothbrush, and then the second time it was like sort of there, and then the third time I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
I refuse. I've tried several times.
You probably have like a very sensitive mouth. You probably love making out. You're like a super taster.
Not enough to start in the first grade.
Well, it depends on like what kind you try too. So like I had a progression of like I had like the crust spin brush because I was like, oh, that's a $7 electric toothbrush. And then from there, when we started getting like Quip was all the rage, and so then I had Quip because it's like they send you them
disposable electric toothbrushes.
Yeah, and then the one that I got now is the Oral-B, like it's like the really nice one, and then
Oral-B.
Anyways,
what the hell was that?
Really nice and convenient.
It was a weird sneeze,
and it makes my teeth feel like hella clean. So,
all right. Well,
anyways,
cool.
Yeah, I got the Oral-B, I think, or Sonic something. I don't know.
Yeah, something.
But yeah, I do an assembly line.
Oh, it counts for me.
I'll give you an Oral-B.
Yeah, every 30 seconds it stops and kind of goes, hey there.
No, it's got a timer on the screen.
Oh, you have a screen.
And then if I do a minute, then it's got like a face. It goes like a little. And then if I do a minute 30, it does like a little face, and it's like,
hey, good job.
And then if I do 2 minutes, it's a smiley face with stars for its eyes.
Wow.
If you stick it up your asshole, does it have a weird emoji for that?
Yeah, it's like a tongue sticking out. It's like,
mine vibrates every 30 seconds. So I basically do assembly line. I used to like still do brushing motions, even though it's an electric toothbrush.
I do small circles, yeah.
Yeah, but I realized that that's just hampering the toothbrush. So I do it lightly. I go slow, like it's a fucking power washer. So slowly around, like I'm a robot. And I always you slightly open your jaw and you get those back molars on both the bottom and the top, because that was the thing I always got criticized about whenever I went to the dentist. They said these back molars do not look as clean as they could be.
This is a really interesting discussion question. I'm going to ask this on a first date.
Yeah, well, and also, I'm not a very good flosser.
Sorry, I was just saying a first date question. How often do you brush your teeth?
What's your brushing routine?
I feel like that's important to know, because like gross mouths are like my ick.
Really?
I have a gross mouth thing that I learned recently that everyone
bad teeth
listen.
are my ick.
Do you suffer from coffee breath?
No.
I probably do.
Don't touch this stuff.
Do you also,
but I kind of like it.
Separate question, do you sip on your coffee over the course of like an hour to 2 hours?
Yeah, I got this at 9.
Yeah. So coffee is very acidic.
Yeah.
And when your mouth is acidic, that's when all those stinkies start forming. It's from the acidity.
I like the coffee.
So, well, yeah, I love it too. But if you want to prevent stank breath, drinking your coffee over the course of like 10 to 15 minutes and then going and kind of
smoking a cigarette?
Yeah. Like, rinsing your mouth out or drinking some water, sloshing it around and stuff. That will mitigate. Yeah.
Very interesting.
I hate teeth and
I hate teeth.
Yeah. I like whenever
like the sight of them?
No, just I don't know. Like in high school and stuff, I was like all about like, okay, yeah, but take care of my teeth and stuff. And then I think I've told this story here on Funhouse before, but then at the co-op we had that boxing match, and then somebody uppercutted me, and this tooth is fake now, and my front 2 teeth are half fake. So it was just like in a one instant, it was like, well, fuck my mouth.
I didn't know you had fake teeth.
Oh yeah, it's all fucked up in here. And then there's like my whole mouth is all fucked up. So
I think that's actually a members.
Thanks, Lindsey.
Well, you have nice teeth though.
Yeah.
I think that story is a members exclusive like clip from it got cut from a video. So members, if you remember, go check it out. It's called Ryan's Boxing Story.
Oh, that's right, because
like
Mac, the guy who actually knocked my teeth out, my friend Mac, he did a little video for it too.
Oh,
he like is interviewed in that video. I forgot about
cool.
Nice. Well, great. I I have a few more questions for
Let's hear
us
it.
to chat about.
I'm loving this.
Yeah, this is great.
Whose mind would you most like to read? If you could read somebody's mind, you could know them. I feel like you'd have to know them because you'd have to be like in their presence to read their mind.
Well, I'd love to get inside this enigma right next to me. Who
You
knows?
do not want to
who
go
knows
in
what's in there? Yeah, it'd be like worse than the cell.
Right, and
with
you lose your
Jennifer
innocence.
Lopez.
Yeah.
You know whose mind I would want to read here?
Who?
Omar.
Why?
You ever talking to Omar and he's just staring at you and you go, "Are you happy with me right now?"
Yeah.
Or did I just make you mad? And then he's just looking at you, and I could just go right in and go, "Okay, cool, we're cool." He's just
It's think brain.
He's got
think
think face.
brain where he's
He's
just
got think
like he's
face.
processing a million things like a Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah.
I'd also like to get into Elise's improv mind and just see how the fuck, where the hell
Could
she's,
see synapses
her synapses
firing.
that are coming from all over the place.
Yeah.
Be like, whoa, that's how she randomly
Yeah.
said that smart thing in 4 seconds.
Probably Tom Hanks.
Oh,
I'd like to see if he's really a part of the
Skull and Bones.
the Epstein pedo ring.
oh my goodness! I was gonna say like my dog, just to be like, "What is she thinking?" She's like, "It's like nothing.
Yeah, it's just
tail
a
wagging.
blank. Yeah,
Food,
bark, food,
love you."
water.
Tom
water.
Hanks, you never know.
What do you do while you're on the phone? Do you do anything? Do you walk? Do you pace? Do you like? Are you also
Oh, yeah.
scrolling your phone? Are you?
I will literally, if I'm on the phone with somebody for 45 minutes or something, a long conversation, I will walk probably a couple miles in a circle, a
Yeah.
small circle. I'm just like,
Really?
I never stop walking. Yeah, it's like, go on forever as long as I'm talking. I can't just stand there or sit there and talk for some
What do
reason.
you do?
I think the same.
Walking a lot.
Yeah, if I don't, then I get very bored, very unstimulated, and I'll open my phone and be tempted to open like Reddit or something, and then I'll realize I can't hear what the person's saying.
Yeah.
And I'll close it.
Yeah.
I'll sit down, and then I'll just sit there staring at the wall. Like,
Gotta be walking. Gotta be moving.
yeah, the walking just hones me in. It focuses me.
When I'm on the phone and I'm talking to somebody about something like either we're stressed out about something. Oh, I am like, and then I'll literally just turn. And then I'll walk the other way. I'm just like that. I'm like, that's what I'm feeling. Like, I'll literally just walk like this, you know?
Straight lines.
Yeah, I'll just walk back and forth. But if I'm on the phone at home and I'm like on the phone with my mom or my sister, suddenly I'm cleaning. I'm just like,
It's
why
the
am I
guilt.
cleaning out my fridge?
Woman guilt.
Like-
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I do like doing things like that while I'm on the phone. If I'm on a long conversation, I know it's gonna be a long time, and I can talk and do something else at the same time. But it is good to get something done.
Yeah.
I did laundry I folded a bunch of clothes while I was on the
Yeah.
phone with my mom the other day.
Smart.
You know, it's like, okay, accomplished that.
Yeah, it feels good. Feels good.
I just
I
never
feel
really
like
have to think about that question. So.
Have you ever had a pedicure? Have you ever gotten a pedicure?
Fuck yeah.
Like, you go to the salon?
Cure a pedophile?
You wish.
Have you
I
ever
thought-
gone to the salon and sat in the chair and put your feet in the water and gotten a pedicure?
No, absolutely not.
Oh my god,
Ryan.
we should take you.
Well, it would be like Dumb and Dumber with the.
a
Dude,
grinder
yeah,
on his toes.
I bet it would be so disturbing. If
Well, you said you never like to have your socks off, so.
I don't, but I'm saying that for whoever gives me the first pedicure I've got in my life, and there's probably just layers of dead skin
Yeah.
on there that are just
Yeah,
going
but
to
that
come
would
off.
feel so nice.
Will it?
Yeah.
Ugh.
They feel really nice because they like massage your feet. Have you ever had a massage?
I've had a back massage.
Like from a masseuse?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. As opposed to.
Like, oh, let me give you a back massage. Like your friend or your
No, I
or-
don't really like that. Yeah,
Oh,
but
really?
Not really.
Oh my god.
I feel like I'm.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm taking advantage of my friends. They're like, "Oh, let me just give you a massage," and then I'm like, "I don't know."
When someone you're taking advantage of
Why
someone
are
that they
you-
offer freely.
Maybe that's not the right way to put it. It's just more just like if someone's like giving me a massage, after a minute or so, I'm just like, okay, thanks, I'm good. Even though
Yeah,
I like but if you go to masseuse and you pay them
pay
and stuff,
them.
you're like, all right, let's go a full hour or whatever. That's cool.
Some people just do it because like they're not love language. Some people's love language is touch, but sometimes their social language is like touch or like, oh, let me just like, I'm bonding with you right now. I'm making you feel nice.
At the co-op, we'd get in like a massage circle or train or whatever.
Very Bandcamp of you.
I heard something recently.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe we need to verify this. I heard that love languages, because I always talk about love language too. I heard that it was created by a dude who's like, I can't remember if it was like super Christian.
Probably to sell books or something.
Or if he was like in a cult or something. It's something that was like, love languages I learned are maybe problematic.
Problematic?
But I can't remember.
Or bullshit?
Bullshit and problematic.
I'm curious to hear that.
I think it's however you interpret it. Like, I don't think it's something that you need to like live and die by. Like, we have to always be considering our love languages.
Yeah,
I
just mean
tool
like
to help you sort of like explain how you feel about something. Like for me, my love language is acts of service. Like I really appreciate when my boyfriend like does little things for me that help me just to relax or feel better or take some pressure, like take some chores off of my plate. That makes me feel really nice.
Well, it's funny because
versus like gifts. Like I don't want him to give me flowers. I want him to like do me a favor.
I heard people talk about love languages before and stuff, but only up until like the last couple of years, I feel like people treat it like it's this weird science. Like it's this, like you're saying, this end all be all thing.
Like a tool.
Yeah, because I had a friend who once was like, "Yeah, my love languages are physical touch and gifts," and they treated it like that is just chemically a part of my body.
Only way.
Yeah, and like so every time you'd go somewhere, they'd be like, "Did you get me a gift?" That's my love language. Like no, I did not give you a gift. I'm sorry, I didn't think about that. I should have though, because that's your love language. And
here's an article: the bigot who wrote the 5 love languages might hate you.
Well, it's like gifts.
Oh, it's behind a fucking
service, affirmation, physical touch, and what's the 5th one that I can't think of?
Blowjobs.
Ween.
Blowjobs, yeah.
My love language is ween.
So we only have a little bit of time left, but I figured if you want to like just flip through, you guys can pick out a question. There's a lot of questions. Nothing. I also get the chance to plead the 5th.
Over the course of your life, what have you probably spent more time pondering than anything else? That's an interesting question, actually.
The multiverse.
Really?
Yeah, so I am agnostic.
Okay.
I believe that understanding something that is another layer outside of our universe is impossible to comprehend or determine if it's true or not.
Mm-hmm.
And atheism is a faith-based religion as well in that regard because... Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was going to ask, because agnosticism, does that mean that you don't know or you don't care if you know?
I think it falls into the same category. Agnostic means that you acknowledge that you do not know.
Yeah.
But you would like to know maybe, or if you could know, would you want to know? Or because some people are like, I'm agnostic of that. Like I don't have an opinion. Because personally, I'm agnostic in the sense that I don't know, but I would love to know.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't love to know, but I'd be interested to know, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not like dying to know, like what's the meaning of everything and everything like that. But yeah, so string theory and like, just the idea of like the 10th dimension and everything like that is something that I'm always thinking about. Always. Alternate dimensions, different time threads.
Mm-hmm.
Basically,
honestly, I'm right there with you. Like I especially early on in life, I was like constantly thinking about life, the universe, everything, multiverse, God, death,
Richard Feynman.
Life.
A lot of times I see an animal and I'll just think about its day.
You want to pick a question? Or,
sure.
Sorry, Lindsay, did you you didn't answer that, or did you?
Oh, I spend a lot of my life pondering about why I can't take care of my body.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, that makes sense. I'm kind of right there with you.
It's incessant. So, but whereas maybe 2 years ago it would be like detrimental to my mental health, where I can't do anything and I'm depressed by it. I think about it all the time, but now I'm on meds, so I'm like, well, maybe one day.
C'est la vie.
But then my brain goes right back to it, and I go,
I
should just like go for a walk.
I do the same thing while simultaneously ordering wings like 4 times a week.
Yeah, I need to get off that shit too.
Ryan, what about you? What do you spend the most time thinking about?
I mean, I honestly kind of once you said your answer, I kind of was like, yeah, I do. I actually, that's kind of my answer too.
Think
I thought
about,
about just existential shit is what I would say. I've spent a ton of time pondering. You know, I would say the last 10 or 15 years of American culture has had a lot of interesting things to think about that I've thought about it too, just in all sorts of actions of life. But that's different.
You find anything? You didn't do the flipping and finger pointing method that Ryan
all
did.
of those were way too. What do you think about deactivating airbags? What?
I don't. Next. I don't think about anything like that.
Question? Oh my God.
What kind of question?
I mean, it's kind of like, all right, do you deactivate your because it's bad for the person in your car that would maybe not have the
saves
airbag
lives.
deployed, right?
I don't understand. I know that on some cars there's the thing where you can put the key and you can turn the passenger airbag off, but I think most of them are like seat activated now, like weight activated.
Yeah.
But what is there some safety thing? Like if you're in the driver's seat and there's no one in the passenger seat, the passenger airbag going off, is that like a safety hazard?
I don't know what that question is trying to imply.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Are they?
Well, actually, I can tell you that Matt Peak, his car that he had, all of the airbags got recalled because they were full of metal particles that basically would shoot into your body and kill you.
Yeah, like shrapnel?
Yeah, basically shrapnel. And it got recalled, and he delayed it by 1.5 years. It wasn't until his girlfriend, now wife, was coming out to visit that he went and he got the airbags fixed. And I would ride with him, and he would make me sit in the back behind the passenger chair.
Well, at least he had your safety in mind.
Yeah, it's nice of him.
Well, that was fun. I like, just chatting, conversation starters. Oh, Ryan's going to pick another question.
I'm just looking, just seeing if there's a good last one to go on. We can't end on airbag deployment.
Well, flip and do the finger thing again.
What is the funniest bumper sticker you have ever seen?
Oh, I like the mummy one.
The mummy one?
I'd rather be watching 1990 whatever's The Mummy starring Brendan Fraser and blah, 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 blah. It's like a whole bumper sticker that says all that. That's pretty funny.
Or there's another one that's like, in this house, we stand the George Clooney film Michael Clayton, directed by whatever the legal.
I haven't seen any of those ones. I feel like I never see funny bumper stickers ever.
Really?
Yeah. I just see baby on boards. Yeah, I do gotta leave my house. But I remember when I was like 4, I must have been older because I could read. Maybe 6 or 7. I went out. I was at the library, the Lemon Grove Library, and I went out walking back to the car with my mom, and there was a bumper sticker that said, "The more people I meet, the more I like my cat." And I remember seeing that and going, "That is so sad." But also, cats are pretty cool.
Thanks for watching and listening, everybody. We appreciate you tuning in as always, and we hope to see you next week. And guys, thanks for joining me. Are you finding a bumper sticker?
Well, I was.
Is it a Trump sticker?
Well, there was this really funny meme I saw of this guy with like this just like super anti-Joe Biden truck. This one isn't it, but it just does this ass make my truck look big with Joe Biden on the back. I thought that was pretty.
Classic.
Commitment.
That's
to
not a
your
bumper
hatred
sticker.
for
That's
Joe
a bumper
Biden.
billboard.
Yeah. Well, I get so bumper stickers have kind of been replaced by those like white decals. Like instead of it being like a rectangle
decal on your window,
you get the decal. So in that regard, there was one that was just "I eat ass," and there's a dash cam or like a body cam footage of a cop pulling the guy over and like telling him off, and I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah. But he First Amendment right. You are allowed to have "I eat ass" on your car.
Yeah.
And
Oh, he won
Thank
in
God.
court? Or
Yeah, he
something?
won. I'm pretty sure that guy won. I
nice.
followed that case very closely.
All right. Well, once again, thank you for watching and listening. We will see you next time. Please enjoy. And, you know.
And we won't see you next time. Lindsay's not going to be here for like a month on these podcasts,
I'll be
right?
here next week, but
Oh, you were?
then
You
I'll,
will?
Yeah.
Okay.
those
Well,
2
never
weeks
mind
after
then.
that. Bye.
Bye.